What's up, Man Dog Pod listeners? Thank you so much for tuning in to today's free episode. If you want to hear the full episode, it's available over on our Patreon, patreon.com/You'reTheManNowDog. We've got full episode audio and video for everything we've done, a huge archive of tons of fun stuff with all your favorite comedians. Check it out today. Once again, that's patreon.com/You'reTheManNowDog. Thanks so much, and have a great day.
You are the man now, dog. 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 You are the man now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Man Dog Pod. My name is Ryan Rosenberg, and I'm here with my esteemed colleague, Mr. Dan Lippert. How are you, Dan?
Good, Ryan. How you doing?
I'm very good. I'm feeling pretty fresh and funky today.
Are you feeling fresh and funky?
It's summer, the light is out, the heat is out, and I just feel good during this season.
Okay. You look good. This angle, we've got two guys in Hawaiian shirts, and it's a great pairing with the background behind you guys. I think this is going to look really good.
Wow. This is going to look really good and really busy.
And a little bit busy.
Camouflage.
A little hot.
Camouflage. Well, let's just bring him out. We have our wonderful guest today, friend of the show. He's been here many times, Mr. Jon Mackey.
That's me.
Nice.
All right. Now they know who he is.
Yeah.
And our friend from, I don't know if this term is appropriate, but across the pond?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Mr. Mark Canton, hello.
That's me.
Thank you for being here. Now we know
I-
who you are and
Yes.
who you are and who I am and who you
Also,
are.
the guys on this side of the room have quite plain...
I was
Yeah.
going to comment
Yes.
on it before we recorded,
T-shirts.
and I was hoping it would come up because it's very funny that it just so happened that we are both wearing muted shirt and
tone.
navy shorts, and you are both wearing red type shorts
Yeah.
and Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah.
put, it's like a grayscale and a color side. Or
Yeah.
whatever, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
There's
Whatever that
Do
is.
so
not
much life over
adjust
there.
your Instagram post. It's also the guys who have left the house today who are wearing the right
Oh,
colors.
interesting.
The guys
Yeah.
who have just come down.
The
from
guys
their-
who,
You're right.
the guy who woke up 45 minutes ago.
Well, but I will say,
Friday.
for full disclosure, John and I are both wearing, I think, the same shirt that we were wearing at a party yesterday.
That is true.
This shirt was from a
Yes.
party yesterday,
Wow.
and I sniffed it, and it still smelled fine.
And this I slept in as well.
Yes.
So
Wow.
this is
So you should have changed. Ryan's
Yeah.
okay, but you should
I'm
have
going
changed.
I'm going on maybe 30 hours in a row of wearing this shirt.
And I'll be honest,
Wow.
I thought this shirt was going to stink to high heaven.
So did
because
I.
I sweat a little bit, but
Yeah.
I also smoked some weed, and I was like, surely this thing is toast.
Now,
No.
here's... Because I am from out of town. LA smells of weed.
It sure does.
Does it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't come across in all the films that you watch.
Right.
But yeah, I keep being like, now do I smell of weed at this point, or am I just constantly going through waves?
You're
of
just
weed?
walking through it constantly.
Mhm.
People just
Okay.
out their front window, just like,
Are you noticing it in multiple neighborhoods, or particularly where you're staying, or like just everywhere?
I mean, kind of everywhere, mostly like downtown.
Sure.
I guess. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. There's where like, or on the subway, because yes, I've been taking the subway / metro, and yeah, that's where the suspicion is. I'm like, oh, maybe someone was smoking it on the subway, and now I stink of it, and that's why I'm smelling it everywhere. But then it'll pass, and I'm like, oh no, I think everywhere just smells of weed.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's pretty ubiquitous.
It's
What's
rampant.
the weed situation in Ireland?
It's illegal.
Fully. Wow.
Fully illegal. They talk about decriminalizing it.
Mm.
Mhm. That's where it starts.
That's where it starts.
Slippery
Thin
fucking
edge.
slope.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
granny
yeah.
smelling like weed in a year.
Yeah, I am now going to be campaigning against decriminalization. I didn't think I would. But
pretty
now
crazy.
I'm like, I don't want to smell this all the time.
Mhm.
It is such a pungent smell.
a
I
lot.
feel like I've maybe told you guys this story before, but the first concert I ever went to was a like radio festival that was
A radio
like
festival.
a radio station puts
Okay,
puts
right.
on a festival where they just get like 100 bands, and it was like the weirdest mix. First of all, it was Real Big Fish, the Bloodhound Gang,
Mm.
the Hippos, who are all like ska.
This
funk,
is an
funny band.
animal
Okay.
But
animal
then-
party.
The second, it was an animal party.
Fish, hounds, hippos.
Yeah,
I see
What
the
radio
theme.
station you listen to?
Yeah.
The zoo?
yeah.
Morning zoo.
But
It's a whole new
then
meaning.
the second half of it, the night half when it got dark, was D12, Eminem's like sort of
Yes.
protege band,
Yes.
Cypress Hill,
Wow.
and the Insane Clown Posse. And so during Cypress Hill, we were like watching, and my brother was standing next to me. He was like 17 and I was 14, and it started to like people were smoking weed because Cypress Hill was on, and they were like telling everybody literally smoke weed, and I smelled
Guys
weed.
have to smoke weed.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
We're gonna do music, but really we're here to smoke weed.
We'll wait. But it started to smell. The first time I'd ever smelled weed, and my brother looks at me and with the most serious face, like I was going to die. He looks at me and he says, "John, when you smell that smell, hold your breath." And I was like, "What do you
Okay.
mean?" Yeah, and the whole time, yeah, it would just be like a waft, and I'd just be like, thinking it was like gun. Like if I sniff it, I'll die. Like I didn't
Yeah.
know like what he meant, like why it was so serious.
Do you feel like you got a little high? Did you get a little contact?
I don't know. I've never smoked weed. You guys know this. I've never smoked it, and so I don't know. I'm sure I've gotten like a contact high before, but I
sure.
don't know what it feels like. So it's like I'm just kind of like
Yeah.
maybe this is just who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the
maybe
contact
this is
high is
who
just
I am
me
now.
like.
That sounds like a high thought.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it's I have wondered. I've always wondered like have I ever actually been feeling the effect but not known it?
I'm the same. I've never been high.
Really?
Well, apart from maybe through contact.
The subway and every comedy show you're at this week.
Yeah. Maybe I've just been high the whole time in LA. Fuck. I'm gonna sober up when I go home. I'll be like,
Yeah,
Jones
you showed up in a muted clothes, and then this started happening.
yeah. I don't own this shirt. I don't know how I got it. It just seems appropriate. But in college once, I guess I was around guys and who were smoking, and then I left to go home on my bike, but I was walking through college with my bike, and I bumped into a friend who was chatting to them, and she was saying like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm totally fine." But I was convinced I was fine, but she was like, "Are you sure you're fine?" And like I dropped my bike and was like, "That's nothing. Don't worry about that." And then I got home. I still living with my parents. My mom was like, "You smell like a brewery," which I guess I didn't. I smelled like weed or something. But
Dispensary.
yeah, so I guess I was high then, but I didn't notice it at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's almost a bummer. It's like I feel like I need to. I wish
Yeah.
I had like once when I was a kid, like tried weed and been like, so then I would know how many times I've been high and not known it.
Mhm.
Because everyone I know is a fucking weed head.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
of
Yeah.
course I'm getting contact highs all
Right.
the time.
I don't really.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know how it hits like that. I don't know that I've ever had a contact. I've had plenty of first contact.
First
But-
contact. Calling the first time you get high, first contact.
Yeah. Every time I light up, that's
Machine.
first contact, baby.
To the dome.
Yeah.
Do you drink?
No,
No.
never been drunk,
Sober
never
as a
been
bird.
high, never
Same.
done any drugs. Yeah.
Wow, two controlled
Man,
gentlemen.
We should hang out.
Yeah.
Really boring way.
We should hang out and do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we'll know.
So what do you do all day when you're bored?
What do you guys do now? You're a big video game guy.
Oh,
You
yeah.
love music. Like,
Yeah.
what are your sort of non-high activities? I guess.
I mean, I think video games is a big one, but yeah, like music, which is also a
Wrestling.
weird one to wrestling. Yes, professional wrestling. A lot of stuff that children like.
That's okay.
Listening to music.
Yeah,
Rather
and
than-
making. I've like been
making
in
music.
bands and stuff, so that was like the big hobby for me. Like the thing that like in high school when all my friends were like getting drunk, I was like playing music with my friends who didn't drink. So it was like a weird thing where like music was my like thing that kept me from ever sort of experimenting. Which
Music
is
can be
the opposite.
polarizing. There's like straight edge people or just people who are.
Yeah, well, and
way
that's the
off
thing. I
the-
feel like we've probably talked about it. But in college, I was like way more like militant, like fucking alcohol's bad.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
until it wasn't.
yeah, and for me, it was the kind of thing where like I hung out with a lot of those kinds of people, and then I realized like, oh, these people like make me feel bad, all the time. Like they're angry and
Wait,
and
who,
like upset.
Who
like
are angry?
like really like straight edge, like militant,
okay.
like drugs and alcohol are bad kind of people. And then I met like people who smoked weed for the first time, and I was like, oh, these are my people, man. Because I realized like I think I am mentally like a stoner, but I don't smoke weed. Like I have that vibe, I think.
You're already,
I'm like pretty like.
Well, you're like not super judgmental. I feel like
Yeah.
that straight edge thing. It sounds like that you're talking about. They're like very judgmental of other people. And
It's
you're
like we're
like,
better
I
than
don't-
you.
Yeah, right.
And I'm
right,
like,
right.
I suck.
It's
We all
usually
know.
like a natural it seems like a teen reaction to like having addiction in your family.
Yes.
Is like,
Yes.
I'm totally against it,
Yeah.
which makes
Yeah.
total sense.
which is for everybody out there.
Until you break the seal and go totally the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Right. It's there's two ways.
Yeah.
You either become the thing or you rebel
This is kind
against
of,
the thing.
oh, go ahead.
And now, what about you? What are your sort of main activities while you're, not being debaucherous?
Well,
Hey, he didn't say
You
he's
could
not
be
debaucherous.
debaucherous. Yeah, you could be debaucherous.
yeah, I debauch on chocolate cake. I kind of the same thing as everybody else because, well, so like I would just go to pubs and hang out and chat to people and just everybody kind of knows like he's not going to drink anything, but we'll just have a good time. A friend of mine used to say to me, like, he used to text me like, hey, do you want to come and watch me drink a pint?
You're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Let's go
And
do
it's
it.
so interesting. People think that that's like weird. Like I've had that experience too, where people are just like, "Well, we don't have to like go to a bar." Like especially like dating. Like dating, it's a weird thing when
That's
people are
tricky.
like, "You want to go get a drink?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't drink," but I'm happy to like go to a bar and drink a Diet Coke and chat.
Yeah.
because it's a place where people.
They're like assuming
then
your
that-
story. They're like, you
Yeah.
must have a thing.
Yeah, people assume I'm like most people. I think probably assume that we're like recovering addicts. I think that's like the first assumption is like, oh, you're 38 and you don't drink. Oh, you must have been an alcoholic.
Yeah. I don't know with me actually. I
No,
think
they
people
don't
are
think
just like, hey, it just seems weird. I think he's just kind of that obstinate kind of weirdo who's just like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You all do this? Well, I won't. It is dating, is awkward. But also, like, if you say, like, hey, I'm cool if you drink
Totally.
and I don't, can seem a bit weird. Or I'm always like, does that seem weird? That you're getting drunk and I'm not
Yeah.
on a date? Also, here's the extra thing. I don't drink coffee or tea either.
Whoa.
So I can't even, when I say, hey, do you want to meet for coffee? I don't mean it.
And what are you having? Water?
I'll have water or juice.
Juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juice is a really
Interesting.
funny
Juice
choice.
box.
And
Juice
is that
is a really funny choice.
is
in
that because you
context.
don't want caffeine or you just don't like coffee or tea?
I cannot. I heard this thing recently that people can hear the difference between hot water being poured and cold water.
I
being
heard that
poured.
too. Yeah, I saw a TikTok where somebody was testing it with their like partner.
I definitely can hear it, and it sends shivers up my spine hearing hot water being poured. I hate
Really?
like just the idea of drinking hot water is just
I kind of
weird
agree.
to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like it. I can't drink
You
a
don't
hot
like
drink. No.
No, I don't like hot
Drinks
at
are
all.
for cooling, refreshing. They're not for hot.
Even like in like
kinda
the
hot
middle
to
of
your
the
lips.
winter, frigid cold, and somebody's like, you want a hot cocoa? You're like, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, I just like put on a jacket and have an ice water. Like I want cool refresh. Like that they're one and the same to me. Like refreshing myself and cooling myself down are forever linked for some
Yeah.
reason. I think
Yeah.
I run hot anyway, but
No, I would never think of that to supply heat to me. It's like drinking boiling hot liquid.
in my mouth,
Yeah.
too hot.
Wow, I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
That like the you're like disgusted by it.
Like, disgusted is probably too much. But when I
Bothered.
hear hot water being poured, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's disgust to me.
That's
I like it.
disgusting.
Yeah. A mild disgust. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
I don't
yes.
have to leave the room. I don't like, you may not do that in my presence.
Right.
Stop it.
But I also have like tea bags and stuff at home for guests.
Sure.
That's
And-
nice.
That's I mean,
Gotta be
that's
able to
really
put on a
thoughtful.
pot.
I
Yeah.
think, yeah. Like people
But
who
then
have that.
a friend came around and he was like, do you mind if I make some tea? I was like, go ahead. And then after a while, I was like, where is your tea? I was like, oh, in that big box in the thing. And it was like, yeah, they're kind of all moldy. I was like, oh, yeah, well, they've
Haven't
been there
really
a while and I don't notice them. So, yeah.
I like that term. Come round.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
That's nice. My friend came round.
He came around. Yeah.
That's a nice term.
Yeah.
It
I
sounds
mean,
way better coming out of your mouth. Than
I
all of us.
agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Come round.
Yeah.
Come
You want to
around-
come round?
Coming around to you, I guess, means coming out of unconsciousness.
Yeah.
So my friend came around and was like, well, emergency was averted. My friend came around.
Yeah,
There was one-
to me, it almost sounds like my friend was being a real asshole, but then he kind of came around to the truth.
Yeah, I feel like that's the way that people use it, like
Yeah.
in like colloquial English. Is
Mhm.
like
Right.
like coming
Yeah,
around
yeah.
opinion wise. Like
Mhm.
he eventually came around. Like
yeah,
he was pissed about it, but
I
came
eventually
around.
manipulated him.
Yeah.
I love colloquialism in terms of phrase, and I feel like we don't. In
I've got one for you, Dan. I've
California,
got
you
one
don't
for you.
really have any.
I heard one the other day.
Okay.
Myself and my friend went to the Griffiths Observatory,
Mm.
and my friend wanted to see the. Well, this is maybe not a Californianism, but an Americanism. He wanted to see the Tesla cage. But we couldn't find it. So we went up to one of the staff members and said, "Sorry, where's the Tesla's cage?" And the woman said, "Oh, it's going to be upstairs and on your right." And I was just like, "Right, and when will it be there?" Because we wouldn't put that in the future tense.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be.
Okay.
All right,
funny.
so
Oh, man.
let us know when it's there, will you?
What
What time will it be there?
I love this. I love this.
That's so funny.
What would your version of that answer?
It's
have
upstairs
been?
on your right.
It's upstairs on
It's,
your
It
right.
is right now.
in the present. Yeah.
The other one is I'm going to need you to take your, like at the airport, I'm going to need you to take your belt off. It's like,
Take your
rather
belt
than
off.
I need you to take your belt
Yeah.
off or take your belt off, I'm going to need you to do that.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
It seems
Let me
like
know,
a false politeness. It's
Yeah.
not direct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like worrying that saying I need you to take off your belt is too aggressive.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Yeah.
like pretending.
But it's interesting. I don't have an explanation. Why is putting it in the future tense?
I think this is
Okay,
this is just
here we go.
I don't know.
I
This
like
is
it.
just the feeling that I have.
Mm.
But like in the context of that, I think what it is it's giving you a second. Like I'm gonna need you to take your belt
Right.
off. It's not like I need you right now. Stop, take it off. It's like I'm
Mm.
gonna need you to take your belt off. I see you're doing something else. Maybe
some
literally
stage.
in the future, in
Yeah.
the moments to come, it will like you can do that for me. And then with
It's
the
got to
Tesla
happen.
cage, I think it's literally like you're gonna walk you're gonna
Yeah.
walk upstairs
and then
in the
when
future,
you
Assuming
do,
your
and
future
it will be
experience.
on the right.
Yeah.
So you're like
I
it's-
can't promise it's there now, but it will be there by the time I
Right,
get
yeah.
there.
I also think it sounds a little bit to me like abdicating responsibility. I'm gonna need you to. It's like, hey, buddy, it's not me. My boss is making me do this.
right.
I'm gonna need you to do that, and you
Yeah.
got to respect
Yeah.
the authority. It's a little.
Mm.
It's a little talked down to me.
Yeah.
It's a little
Definitely
extra-
cops say it a lot. Like, I'm gonna need you to
Uh-huh.
step out of the car. It's like a classic cop phrase.
Yeah.
It's like owning. Yeah.
How
some-
Yeah.
many times have it? Classic. I've heard it so many times.
Yeah, classic cop phrase. I'm gonna need you to put your hands behind your back. I'm gonna need you to walk backwards towards me. I'm gonna need you to get down on your knees. I'm gonna need you to lay flat on the concrete.
I'm gonna need you to come round.
I'm gonna need you to come around real quick.
Come round, car.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark. This is Dan from the dating app. Just to call
Hey.
how you doing?
Good.
Good. It's always just easier for me to make plans over phone
Yeah.
instead of
No, makes sense.
over
Makes sense.
text. I just wanted to figure out maybe the first date where you wanted to meet.
Great.
I saw that you're not a big drinker.
No,
so
I'm
yeah,
not a
we
big
don't-
drinker.
We don't have to do the pub.
Cool. Great.
Anything you're kind of into?
Mm. Now I don't drink coffee or tea.
Okay.
Just so cafes don't
So
really work
those
for
are
me. I have sore ankle at the moment, so
Your
can't-
ankle is sore.
can't really do a walk.
Okay, so you don't
just
want to be
just to cut that off, cut that off before you get to it. I know it's often like it's a nice idea, but
You know what? I'm actually house sitting for a friend who's a little wealthy, and he has a convertible. We could take a ride, put the top down, and just kind of drive around.
yeah, I have an earache at the moment, so that's not gonna just wind going past my ear isn't good for me, and I get
Really?
motion sickness.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, but listen, I'm really looking forward to this date. Really looking
too.
forward to this date.
I just want to say something just because it's in my body and in my heart, and I need to say
Do it. Yeah, I
I'm
love that.
worried
That's
that
really
you just,
exciting.
Like, it's not just that you want to go. You're trying to trick me and just come over so we can have sex, right? These are all things that are wrong with you.
Listen, I'm glad that you brought this up now. I can't now. I cannot have sex at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the next 6 months.
Okay, well, I guess I feel safer in some way.
Yeah. No, this isn't a trick at all. Like, I can't do it.
Can I follow up on why, or is it personal? Or do we not?
No, absolutely. Let's talk about it.
Right.
I have a fear of bats.
Oh, a bat.
Bats.
The animal.
Both, to be honest with you. Yeah, it was a hell of an encounter. So just generally the dark I don't like.
Dark. I see.
There was bats in a cave. I was swinging a bat at them. But the more I swung, the more they came at me.
The ear and the ankle?
Sorry?
Did you hit yourself in the ear and the ankle?
Yeah.
So it's all connected.
A bat lands on your ankle. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You got a bat in your
this is
hand.
going to be a quick call. We're here. Do you want to come in or do you want to wait in the car?
Let's just order me a margarita.
Okay. Okay. Movie starts in 10.
Okay.
Movie starts in 10.
Order me a margarita in a to-go cup then.
You got it.
Sorry, it's stupid, brother. He's not stupid. He's just impatient.
Okay. That's good. I get it.
I'm not that dismissive usually of my family. I just I feel a little pulled in two directions.
No, I understand.
This isn't. Things are going to be exactly the same for you, but we're doing a walk and talk right now. I am now walking into the theater bathroom, just so you know. I don't know
Good. Thanks for alleviating my fears that things.
Not me.
Wait.
I'll let you know if it's me. That's not me.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
Oh God.
Where is this? Where is the bathroom?
I'm at a movie theater, and it's about.
Oh. Who's going to the movie theater to unload so much? I mean, I think
Some people are on the phone in here.
Yeah, so am I.
Wait, that person's on the phone?
I guess so. It's,
What are they
Yeah,
communicating?
Doc, can you hear it? Can you hear it, Doc?
Yeah. I'm on speaker, right?
Yeah. There's just something going on.
Yeah, okay.
Wait,
yeah.
were the
Hit me
other
with
farts
another.
coming from the doctor?
This is what they should sound like.
Do it again. Yeah,
Nice and sharp.
and then I can't get one out. Nothing's coming, Doc.
Yeah, it sounds like you're blocked up.
Hey, would you mind passing? I have actually got some bowel issues myself. Would you mind passing the phone across?
Jesus, you do. Okay.
Yeah, just I haven't.
Hey, do you mind? Can I put my phone next to your phone? My friend has a question with her.
Yeah,
the
put it
doctor.
under the door, I guess.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll get back out. I'll get out. I'm sorry. I just walked right in there.
The locks are all broken. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Are you the doctor?
No, I'm the guy. You want to talk to my doctor?
Yeah, if that's possible. I hear you're having bowel issues, and I'm on the toilet right now. To be honest with you, yeah, I
guess
had
I'll just put my phone. I'll put my phone up to hit.
Yeah, just flip them.
Yeah,
you know how to do it. Flip them.
Yeah,
in
like
the,
69
Everybody's on
with the
speaker,
phone.
right? Everybody's on speaker. Okay, now how do you know the first person who gave up their phone?
oh, wait, you talking to me or the guy who?
The second poop guy.
Yeah. That's someone I met on an app, dating app.
So you're in the middle of planning a date, and now I'm helping you with poop via my client.
Yeah, it would actually help me with the date a lot.
Okay.
Because if I can I haven't left this toilet in like 6 days.
Ah.
So.
Well, here's what it should sound like.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. I'm fine with this for the pre-movie trivia, but once trailers start, you're going to have to hang up.
Listen, I'm a doctor.
I'm sorry. Thank you for your service.
Oh, no, not a military doctor, just a regular doctor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a doctor in the cinema this evening.
Is somebody hurt? Why are we announcing this?
That's great to know.
Yeah,
I love the reverse version of is there a doctor in the house? There is
do
a
have a
doctor in the
doctor.
house. Is there anything wrong with anyone in the
Oh,
house?
God. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yes, 8 years. 8 years.
Wow.
Summa cum laude. In doctor school. Anyway, I'm just here taking calls. As soon as we get started, I will shut her down. I promise.
Awesome.
Thanks for the feedback, everybody.
Sure, man.
Radical.
Is everybody excited for the film? I guess we're all kind of looking at me now. Everyone's
Yeah, I
excited
love
for
the
film?
first two, and this one's apparently a prequel.
Yeah.
prequel.
Yeah, it's the first one. It's
I
the
haven't
day
seen
one.
the other two.
You haven't seen Quiet Place
but
2?
if it's a prequel, that'll be okay.
Yeah, you don't need to know anything. Apparently, it's just about the first. It's about the first day.
Hey, doctor, what would you diagnose these two people?
I guess annoying. If I had to say, I guess
that's interesting. That's
yeah.
interesting.
It's crazy. Every doctor I've ever been to has said that.
But
This
you know
is
what?
the fourth opinion.
Yeah.
I'm actually doing therapy now for my horrible bedside manner, and what I should
Right.
diagnose myself as is annoyed. They're not annoying. I'm annoyed. So my apologies.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay. Interesting.
Interesting.
Thank you for the claps. Was that clapping?
Sorry, nobody supported me as an audience.
Well, all right. Any other questions for the doc? Or I mean, Quiet Place. The first one was great. I love Krasinski. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which of those four guys did not play the Joker?
Chandler Bing. Whatever the Chandler Bing guy's name is.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, the guy
that's-
from Friends, right?
His
Chandler.
name, his actual name is right there.
I don't know.
It's Matthew Perry. Rest
Oh,
in
okay.
peace.
Excuse me.
Hush.
Yeah, movie starting. Everybody be quiet. No more talking. No more talking.
Oh, great.
Wow, this one's gonna be
This is-
pretty quiet.
I've heard this is the quietest one yet. It's so quiet. This one.
Hi. Yeah, I have time for one more call. Let's patch him through. Thank you.
I can't even. Who's saying that?
Yeah.
Is
that
that
in the
part of the
movie?
film?
They should
They
sound
are quiet.
like this.
No. I
Now
think
play
that's
me
the guy
yours.
from before.
Wait, it's-
Wait, okay, let me. Sorry, I never know how to hit play on this thing.
Wait, what are you doing?
Is
You're
that
hitting
the
play.
projection that's saying that?
Wait, we're just in the dark. The movie hasn't even started.
Projections. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my client. Don't change the sound of the movie. Do not change the sound of the movie. I'm talking to my client
My
about.
bad, doctor. I thought that was a directive to me to.
Be quiet. So look, guys, I wanted to bring you in. You know, Quiet Place Day 1 opened this weekend, and you know the numbers weren't as good as we had expected. I have heard tell that there was some sort of incidences around the country at different theaters with projectionists going rogue. We had to have a few different screenings get canceled. So I don't know what the future is going to look like for the franchise. Right now, it's not looking good. You know.
Well, I hate to say it, but I think we all know what the reason is. I wasn't in this one.
All right, John.
Sorry to come to the meeting. I know I wasn't invited, but
No,
John,
I think
you
we
got
all know it was
hanging
because I wasn't
on.
in this one.
Yeah, we're sorry that you pushed really hard in the second one. This is a big spoiler alert to kill your character. And I know this is day 1, so we
Thank
did
you
do
for
a
giving that
prequel.
spoiler. I haven't seen these yet.
Yeah. Well, I think we know that was a mistake.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
so if I would
It's
like,
weird that this one is a prequel, so we
Yeah.
could have got you in.
yeah, it had nothing
But-
to do with the death.
Yeah, it didn't really have anything to do with that. It just felt like
Yeah, I mean, the part of doing this one, and I originally thought, John, you're really
John.
playing
There's
it
no
up.
camera here like The
Yeah,
Office, John.
Yeah,
yeah, John, please.
yeah. Part of whole doing this was sort of expanding the story. You know, outside. Okay, John, don't react like I'm Michael Scott. Okay, I'm not.
Okay, well, your hair is the same. Bald in the front, pretending it's not.
Ball in
Is
the
that what Steve
Pretending
Carell
it's
looks like? I don't feel like that's what his hair is like. I think he has a good head of hair.
Gru. He's thinking of Gru.
Yeah, I think he's.
We all know who Steve Carell is. Skinny legs, pointy nose, walks with a bunch of little guys.
You worked with him for years,
Yeah.
John. Okay, John.
John,
Yeah.
how about John? You know what? We appreciate your input, but I think maybe we need to. The executives here at the studio, we need to talk about the future of the franchise. And quite honestly, you being in the room for it makes it a little tough for us to be honest. You take it so personally, everything that happens. You want to be involved, and we as executives appreciate that always when a talent wants to be this involved.
I'm sorry, it was my baby. You know, it was my baby. It's tough to let it go.
I hear you.
I'm sorry to say this. Part of it that makes it uncomfortable is you being in here while we talk about the future. But between you and me, it's hard for me to have you in here because you are constantly doing little pranks with my wife. Okay? That's my wife. your fun little games and pranks. You get 2 hours a day with her. We're together all the time. I can't be fun like you all the time, John.
Sometimes I have access to Jell-O and I put stuff in it. What can I say? What can I say?
John, that's the pilot. You're still going on with the pilot pranks.
Good pranks don't need to be updated. They don't need to be updated.
To be honest, I'm okay with just talking about the pilot. That's all. Because it was the same script as the UK one, so I'm up to date on that one. That's fine.
Does anybody have a dumbbell? I need to lift some weights.
Oh, that's how that got so big.
I need
That
to lift
got so
some
big.
Yeah.
I left my last job because of it was just an uncomfortable relationship with some people that worked there, and I'm just looking to move on.
Yeah.
So I was in marketing for Paramount,
Oh, very nice.
and creative and stuff like that, and that of course the film world is kind of dried up, so that's why I'm kind of here trying to get a new job.
Yeah, a lot of people say that the marketing in all industries is a skill. If you have it in one, you have it in all. So we appreciate you coming in here.
Thanks for selling my role here.
Yeah, that's how I
a good
feel,
idea.
and,
Great.
listen, like we are really trying to make a big push here, the toilet stores had a tough time getting its name out there.
Everyone's kind of got toilets.
Yeah,
Or you go to
and
Home
the
Depot or
other places
whatever.
where you're going to get them, like they all have pretty good marketing campaigns. Home Depot has toilets just sitting out there on the floor. You can sort of go and sit on. So
All right, here we go, guys. A large fettuccine Alfredo and a double cheese bread. Enjoy. Is there anything else I can get for you guys?
So the breadsticks are bottomless here, right?
They are, yes.
Okay. So
You want?
more breadsticks? Yeah,
You haven't eaten any yet.
That's because I'm scared that you're not going to bring more. I'd like
Yeah,
to see more
The
coming
double
before I
cheese
eat
sticks
these
are
ones.
bottomless. Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. The Alfredo, sir, is not bottomless. I see you really going hard on it. You may want to. You may eat it how you like it. No, sorry.
I think you got to
shouldn't
put that
say
on the menu. I think you got to specifically call out when something's not bottomless, because when your whole marketing thing, like it's a marketing lesson right here.
It absolutely
When your whole
is.
marketing is based around bottomless stuff, I mean, you leave it up to the customer to sit here and be like, well, is this or is this not bottomless? My soda's bottomless. My cheese bread is bottomless.
Well, the sodas, they have free refills. It's not bottomless.
Oh, well, what's the difference?
Same thing.
Free refills on the pasta. How
You
about?
humiliated my friend here. He went
Thank
in on
you.
that pasta like that Will Smith AI meme.
Thank you. Thank you.
He went so hard on the pasta.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Listen, it's a huge bowl of pasta. If you need another one, I'm happy to get you another one. Just
Go
don't
ahead.
tell them. Well, you're not finished.
I'm gonna finish.
Okay.
Look at it.
I'll fire another one. I'll be right back. Enjoy your meeting.
Thank you.
And that we had a bit of an issue there with the pasta. I want to make sure that didn't come like subvert the part of your brain that knows that I also need more of my bread here.
Double cheese sticks come right back out, sir. Absolutely.
I love it.
So what you're saying is we're gonna like just have like one spaghetti that's endless that everybody's just sucking that out of the
Yes, that's the brilliant part. It's one noodle coming out of the kitchen the whole
Just the
time.
whole time, just
and
a
people
constant
and it's always coming.
plane.
Yeah, we've seen the sushi places where the rotating thing works
Conveyor belt,
really well,
yeah,
the
yeah,
conveyor
yeah.
belt sushi. So we're just going to kind of keep rolling out the pasta and putting it through some Alfredo as it goes.
That's why you're the bear.
Thank you so much.
Come up with these
Yeah,
genius
not
ideas.
possible. Sorry, I'm here in the corner of
Oh,
the room.
Luigi,
It's
what is
not
it?
possible.
Oh my God, it's Luigi.
Luigi, we haven't seen you in years, Luigi.
68 years ago, I went to Italy, changed my name, changed my voice to try to learn the way to do it. It is not possible one longer spaghetti.
Actually, I
So-
mean, we just found that if you keep rolling
Yeah,
the
if you just-
spaghetti on
if
the
you
back
just
end
kind
and
of-
keep crimping it out, that's one long spaghetti.
One
I mean,
long-
I'm sorry you
You
kind of
just-
didn't figure
you
this
went a
out
long
for 68
way for a
What do
long
years.
you mean?
time.
No, but it's got to be.
All right, Luigi, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here, Luigi.
Thank you, security.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I noticed he wasn't.
Jesus
Get the
Christ.
fuck out.
Wait, so you okay, ouch!
Well, ask your
I
question.
just want to see him do it. Oh, fuck.
You see, it's just like we're just adding more
You could
flour.
manage that all day. Okay. I gotta go. Oh, my wife's gonna be so mad.
I feel bad for him. Should we have kicked him out that quick? Look how distraught he is.
I'm sorry. Was I too forceful with him?
Well, he was a very famous chef for a long time. Maybe we should give him another shot.
Look, I know I'm just security, but he's been out of the game for 68 years. All right, the difference between the restaurant industry 68 years ago and today, it's completely different.
You're right.
He would absolutely drown in the modern.
No,
industry.
I mean he wouldn't understand what kitchen security is. I mean, they didn't have that back in
Which,
his
by
day.
the way, thank you so much for the job. It's been tough to find whatever since
It's
the cemetery thing.
revolutionized the whole
It
place.
really has.
I mean, I
You
would
were-
have never thought that making the walk-in a vault
Yeah.
would work.
Yeah,
but it's perfect.
Time locked as well.
Absolutely, because there's a lot of shrinkage from employees creeping in there and stealing the
Yeah.
desserts.
Well, when you got
stealing
the best
a
Parmesan
tomato.
in the city, you got to have it somewhere, right?
Our Parmesan is second to none. There's nothing like a good American Parmesan.
They're calling him. They're calling him the kitchen bank robber.
That's right. That's right, Denise. This man goes into a kitchen armed to the teeth and takes everything in sight. The Parmesan, the desserts, the ice cream. This guy has really got a sweet tooth.
Yeah, it was tough. We were just sort of sitting in the back and regular lunch service. It was a little more busy than normal. And I was just standing by my sort of prep station, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, the double doors just kind of fly open, and a guy comes in, and this guy's got the biggest knife I've ever seen.
I'm sorry, we really need to get you to the hospital. Do you have to do the interview?
I'm sorry,
or we just got to close up the back doors?
Hey, man, this is your 15 minutes. It could be the only one.
And so he comes out, and I didn't want to be the hero, but I'm like really trying to make a good impression on the chef. They just kicked Luigi out, and I thought like I was going to be next if I didn't show up. And so I go to try to stop the guy, and he fully cuts off my left arm. And so, it was like catastrophic. The kitchen's a mess.
We're losing a lot of blood here.
And so you guys got to catch
Back to
this
the
guy.
studio now. The kitchen robber. They should really call him the kitchen samurai, huh? He cut off a man's arm.
I'm going to have to agree with you wholeheartedly there, Chet.
They're calling him the kitchen samurai because he comes into the kitchen wreaking havoc and stealing Parmesan.
I come to this restaurant once a year. My wife and I used to eat here before she passed, and I come on our anniversary. And today was a day unlike any other. The man, he threw me to the ground.
Oh, no.
And I was...
This man's getting really old.
Oh no!
They're calling him the Shyamalan robber. That's what I think they should. If he robs you, it's like the island from old. You get old really fast.
This is the most deadly robber in the game. He's killing, he's wreaking havoc, and most of the restaurants in town are going completely bankrupt.
Now, I know this is Sports Center, but we are just fascinated with this story. We cannot get enough of it.
Boom goes the dynamite. Another kitchen vault busted, and every single lime has been stolen.
Limes, they're cheap, but this guy is still.
He's a ruthless robber.
I mean, what do you get? Them 30 cents each, but that guy, I mean, he takes.
At this point, he must just be doing it to show off.
Hi, I have a tip on. I think I might know somebody who is the kitchen robber.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I just wanted to fill out a police report. I've never done anything like this before, so I don't know how it works.
Right. Okay. Yep. Let's put you through the system here. Now, what's your name?
Carl.
Carl. Okay.
Did you need my last name, or did you just need it for conversational purposes?
Well, let's start with conversation, and we'll see where we get to. Carl.
Okay.
I'm Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Carl.
I'm really drawn
Welcome.
in by you. Oh, thank
Would you like some
Tony.
tea?
No, I don't. Well, how long are we going to be? Do you know how long these things usually take? I have a
God,
coffee
I mean, it
thing.
depends on how many details you have. Do you know?
A few, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do a decaf.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
That'll take about 5 minutes. I guess we'll
Should I
start.
do it? Okay,
I guess
all
we'll
right.
start. I guess we'll start. Okay.
I went to a friend's house the other day. This is my friend who I think is a suspect.
Right.
Do you need his name?
Hold on. I went to a friend's house the other day. This is my
Do
friend.
they
So
have-
that would be
do
a
they have
sub.
like a stylus for the iPad, or do you have to type it in on the keyboard? Like
I'm
that?
I'm using my finger to scroll the letters in one by one. We lost the stylus.
Okay.
A fella brought it home for his kids to play with, and the kids they solved a few crimes, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, kids they love a game. You know the way like a kid, if you give them like a puzzle or something, they'll whip through it. Their brains are very agile.
That's true.
They
Kids
don't
are,
have the knowledge, but they've got
not an adult level puzzle. It's usually still like a kid, like 100 piece. I'm sorry, you're the detective if you say so.
Well, oh God, don't say that too loud now. There's a few cases before the courts now that we don't want to lose the conviction. If it comes out that these kids,
Tony, are you saying that there might be some inaccuracies in the case that we're trying here?
Listen, Chief, listen now. Obviously, some of the detectives have been bringing the iPad home for the kids to play with because kids enjoy a puzzle, and they've solved some. We got some tips from the kids.
Okay, because we arrested. We arrested a Mickey Mouse impersonator.
A Mickey Mouse impersonator.
You gotta let me out.
We
I swear I didn't do it.
We
I didn't do it. I swear.
Your Honor, the evidence is clear. This man clearly stole the purse, brought it home, and ran up a big credit card bill.
What do you mean?
I'm going to put the evidence on the screen here. As you can see, it's a sloppy drawing of a dog in front of a rainbow. I think that says it all. Mickey Mouse here did it.
It doesn't even look like me. I mean, there's even other Disney characters it looks more like. That looks more
Clearly
like
drawn
Pluto.
with a stylus. We know it's real. We know it's true. This guy, send him to the slammer, I think. My
Please
case
don't
rests.
send me to the slammer.
Your Honor, this case is a farce. And, calling it a farce would be an offense to some of the great theatrical performances I've seen.
Oh God.
This case... That's the show, folks. Mark Canton, what can people find you doing online? Where can people find you live?
You can find me on Instagram, Mark Cantan. It's actually pronounced Canton, but it's easier to remember it as Cantan. I'm kind of tan for an Irish guy. Mark Cantan. You can find my website, markcantan.com. Also, I have an improv podcast called Look What's After Happening that all these guys have been on.
fun. Very
And I want to say this as well, if I may. To all of the Man Dog fans in Ireland, come and see Irish improv if you haven't already. Maybe you have, but if you haven't, come and see some live Irish improv. There's all kinds of fun shows going on. I have a show going on the 26th of July in Smock Alley Theatre. Bing Bong Comedy Improv Show. We've got some really good groups on. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come to that. And if you can't make that, you can just message me at any time if you're in Ireland, and I'll tell you where's a good show on. I'll tell you my show on, or I'll tell you anybody else's show on.
Oh, that's great.
Come and see some Irish improv.
That's a
Beautiful.
great recommendation.
Love that.
Johnny Mack.
That's me, Johnny Mack. You can find me at It's Jon Mackey on all of the social medias, and you can hear my podcast, The Brett DeMont Show with Buddy. It's free all over all of the podcast things, and you can also join our Patreon if you like the show. We do a bonus episode every week on Fridays. And that's Big Grande. We know everybody. You all know.
So funny. Such a funny show. Got to check it out.
Thank you.
Dan?
I thought you were complimenting Big Grande.
Oh, yeah. Big Grande. Got to check it out. Got to check out me.
Nothing big for me. When does this come out? I have nothing to plug. This will come out
Beautiful.
before. Of course, got to plug Ryan's new podcast.
Yes, my new pod with Mr. Payam Benefaz, the greatest conversation ever. And we mean it. It's gonna be that good. No, it's just me and Piem hanging out with our friends. Good buddies, lots of funny comedians on there, just chatting, shooting the shit. It's a lot of fun.
It's a blast.
Yeah, just out now. So check that out. And thanks to Trenton for editing this show. Thanks to Annie Wu for our beautiful logo, and Casey Traylor for our lovely theme song. And for everyone at home, thanks for listening, supporting, telling your friends, leaving us a review, all that good stuff.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
What's up, Man Dog Pod listeners? Thank you so much for tuning in to today's free episode. If you want to hear the full episode, it's available over on our Patreon, patreon.com/You'reTheManNowDog. We've got full episode audio and video for everything we've done, a huge archive of tons of fun stuff with all your favorite comedians. Check it out today. Once again, that's patreon.com/You'reTheManNowDog. Thanks so much, and have a great day.